It's been nearly a year since Bitcoin hit its all-time high in November 2021. Since then, its price has fallen precipitously along with Ethereum, Solana, and almost every other altcoin. Many analysts said that Bitcoin had bottomed out in June when it broke down to the $17,500 range. But now we find ourselves dangerously close to that low mark again. So, will the support hold? Or is Bitcoin destined to make a new low? Keep watching to find out. Why Bitcoin's price crashed. Historically, crypto markets rise and fall independently of what's happening in traditional markets. But this cycle has brought more capital into the industry and, with it, a more significant connection to the macro concerns plaguing the economy. We've known for quite a while that inflation is too high. This causes prices to increase, which decimates the buying power of lower and middle-class Americans. When that happens, the Federal Reserve must bring inflation down, which it achieves by raising rates. This makes money more expensive and tanks the price of assets like Bitcoin. But we've known all of that for some time. So why is the crypto market crashing again? The answer lies in a recent press conference from Jerome Powell, the chief of the Federal Reserve. At this press conference, he reiterated that the Federal Reserve is not planning on pausing interest rate hikes or reducing rates anytime soon. He said that it's unlikely they'll do so in 2023, let alone 2020. It's this forward guidance that spooked markets. Many investors were predicting a speedier turnaround from the Federal Reserve. They were investing based on the belief that interest rates would begin coming down in 2023, and they were caught off sides by the latest news. What this means for Bitcoin and other crypto assets moving forward. There are a few different ways that you can look at the latest happenings in the crypto market. Let's start with the bull case. On the one hand, Bitcoin has, at least so far, held the June lows despite a more significant crash in traditional markets. This could be a sign that the $17,500 line is a strong one and that any dip below it will get bought up quickly. Also, markets tend to drop the hardest in times of uncertainty. When people believe one thing is true about the economy but are shown that they made investment decisions based on the wrong ideas. The Federal Reserve may have just dropped in its last and biggest surprise on the markets. Investors can now position themselves accordingly, and once that process finishes, it's unclear what further bearish surprises could await us. On the bearish side of things, we're still in the early innings of a macro picture that is far from good. Inflation remains incredibly high, and the Federal Reserve will need to keep rates high for a long period of time to solve it. While rates are high, it will eat into the buying power of the average American and the average investment group. On top of that, the Fed still plans to reduce its balance sheet, which introduces billions in sell-side pressure to traditional markets. It's unclear if there is enough buyers or enough capital to keep prices at this level for a year or longer while the Fed beats inflation. Even if there aren't any new bearish surprises for investors, the economy may still need significant deflating to reach fair prices. Is more pain ahead for Bitcoin? So, with all that being said, has Bitcoin already bottomed, or is there more pain to come? The truth is that nobody knows. There are valid arguments to be made on both sides, and time will need to pass in order for us to gain more clarity. But what is clear is that Bitcoin and other major crypto assets are down 70 to 90%. Even if they drop further, now is a great time to begin dollar cost averaging into the assets that you don't mind holding on to for the next 3 to 5 years while we wait for the macro environment to get sorted out. What do you think about the latest crypto market crash? Is the bottom already in? Or is more pain coming for Bitcoin and other assets soon? Comment your answer below to let us know. If you're interested in learning more about crypto, the metaverse, and NFTs, make sure to obliterate that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching Metaverse Memo. Until next time.